Hi there and welcome to my local woods. Have you noticed that some of the most authoritarian, let's just call them COVIDians, the people who called for strict lockdowns and forced injections of a certain and to have people like myself, unvaccinated, to put people like myself in camps even. Those people who called for such measures to be taken, they want us to move on now. They want us to forgive and forget. I am sitting here with an article. It's amazing. It's fantastic. It's from The Atlantic. I think it's an American newspaper, written by a woman called Emily Oster, and it's titled "Let's Declare a Pandemic Amnesty." I'll get into that. But before I do that, please consider subscribing to my channel. It really helps the channel if you do that, so click that subscribe button and choose all notifications if you can. Yeah, here it is. Let's declare a pandemic amnesty. There are a few things here. I won't read the whole thing. It's just, there's a lot of nonsense here. But yeah, basically this woman, she says that we were wrong, and now about the measures that were taken, and now we need to forgive and forget because we didn't know any better. And she says that, and I'm reading here from the article. In the face of so much uncertainty, getting something right had a hefty element of luck. Luck. It rhymes with the word I want to say now, okay? Which okay, no, this was not about luck, okay? This was about looking at the data with an objective mind, trying to apply some sense and reason. It was not about luck. This was about some people, certain people, showing the world what kind of people they are. It was not about luck. It was about some people loving the power that was given to them. Okay. I promised myself I would not get into a rant about this. I'll try to keep a smile on my face. And to do that, I'll have to put this article away in a few seconds. But there's another thing here that she writes. Because these people, they never learn, okay? So she says here that politicians will need to consider school mandates when it comes to vaccines. So these people never learn. Okay, I'll put this away. And I made some notes. And you know, when I make notes, it's serious. Let me make this very, very clear. There will be no forgiveness. There will be no pandemic amnesty. I'm recording this at the beginning of November, the year 2022. The world economy has been destroyed. There are several reasons for that, but one of the major and most important reasons is what was done during the so-called pandemic. And I've listed just a few things that these people did. They destroyed the economy. They coerced and threatened people to take an experimental vaccine. They had people fired from their jobs for refusing to take said vaccine. They forced children to wear masks in school. They made it illegal for the unvaccinated to travel. They locked people in their homes. And the list goes on and on and on. And they are asking for forgiveness. And they are saying that we didn't know any better. That's why we did this. We? I didn't do anything. You did. And I'm talking directly to those people now who supported all these things that were done. You're asking for forgiveness? And you're saying that we did this? Speak for yourself. I didn't do anything. You did. I will never forget what these people did. I will never forget. I will never forgive. You don't get to do things like that and then just move on like nothing ever happened. That's not how it works. Now, I need to make something very, very clear. This is not a conflict between the vaccinated and the unvaccinated. No. I've always said that this is a choice that every single individual needs to make. It's not for me or anyone else, and certainly not for any government to make that choice for that individual. That's what we call bodily integrity, and we need to have bodily integrity in a democracy. To be honest with you, I have a terrible headache because I've been working very hard. And why am I working so hard? Well, you could say that's partly because of the situation we are in now, you know. It's difficult, people are struggling. And I want to address these people, politicians, so-called world leaders, big pharma, CEOs, all these people. They need to be brought in before court. They need to be dealt with in the legal system. And I want to say this as well. Shame on you. Shame on you. You were spreading your little conspiracy theory about how the so-called anti-vaxxers, you know, stupid people who didn't believe in science, how they were responsible. This should not be forgiven. Because these people are liars, and they will lie whenever it suits them. Whenever they feel, whenever they think that they can make some money, they will lie. They need to be dealt with in the legal system, and they belong in prison. And also, here's another thing you did. You big pharma CEOs and you power-hungry politicians, even after the data showed us that we were right and you were wrong, you kept trying to silence us. Even in this video, here on YouTube, I need to be careful of what I'm saying. And that should not be forgiven. And it will not be forgiven. Never. These politicians, these big pharma CEOs, these people, we need to call them out for what they are. They do not believe in democracy. They do not believe in freedom. And they do not respect people's individual rights. And they've shown us that that is actually the case. So one thing is we shouldn't vote for these people, you know. That's one thing. And another thing is that give them no rest. Don't let them get away with this. They need to be called out for what they are. And peacefully, we will keep pointing at them. We will keep reminding them of what they did. And I want to say this. If you were one of those people who used your voice, who stood up and called these politicians and big pharma CEOs and technocrats out for what they were doing, if you were one of those people, I want to thank you. Because I know that you did that with great risk to yourself. But if it wasn't for people like you, we would have had a very different kind of society today, a much more authoritarian kind of society. So, thank you. And it seems like there's a general expectation now that we should just forgive and forget, and that we shouldn't have any hard feelings against those who called for all sorts of rules and restrictions, and they wanted to put the unvaccinated in camps. It's incredible but they did, And no, we won't forgive, we won't forget, because it was so extreme. They went so far that, it's even today, having been through all this, it's mind-boggling when you think about it. So no, we will not forgive this, and we will never forget this. No, because if these people are allowed to stay in positions of power, they will do it again, because they've learned now that they can get away with it, and they will try to pull this off again. Just wait and see. I'm burning a kuksa. It was cracked, no good. So I decided it will be firewood.